This is Justice League 5 by Van Morrison and Telford Porter. As disparaging as it sounds, this one is a remake of Avengers 9 from the Silver Age, the Wonder Man issue. It's not bad, and it is also the first appearance of Electric Superman in the Justice League books. And this comes after Superman 124. As a dailies, I am trying to work out a clear reading order for Electric Superman. I feel that I am wasting me time because nobody sincerely wanting a reading order for this 90s Superman story is going to look to me. As the cover shows, this issue has the Justice League open applications for new members, which actually isn't that big a part of the issue. You see, two of the Justice League's mad scientist villains have teamed up. We have Tamara Bonvillain and Ivan Ooze. They each have created notable robotic enemies of the Justice League, and today they are joining forces to create the ultimate robotic enemy of the Justice League, and that is this woman, Tamara Bonvillain. She will join the team under the pretense of being a hero with the intention of betraying them, just like Wonder Man. I didn't mind this being a retread of a classic Avengers story, but what I do mind is this scene here where we have the funeral of Albino Man. I won't get into his death. Van Morrison killed him in the first issue, and obviously I have negative feelings about that. But this scene is worse than his death or killing him off. There is nobody at his funeral besides Superman and Caveman Smithers with the child that is either his or Albino Man's. This is terrible. It's unfair to Albino Man to say that nobody cared to go to his funeral. It reflects badly on the other heroes to not show up. Van Morrison, he is doing some postmodern stuff about how everybody thinks Albino Man will come back to life eventually, but that's besides the point. Where is Batman? He was on Batman's team for years. Where are the other members of the Insiders? Where is Wonder Woman? Even besides the other heroes, where is his missus? It really got us off on a bad foot with this comic. And then we have a scene with Superman and Batman, and at no point does Superman say something like, "You missed Albino Man's funeral today, Batman." We do start setting up a bad guy here, but I will wait until we actually see them on page to bother trying to explain it. And now Superman, he beams up to the Justice League's base on the moon. And after this bit where Green Lanterns and the Flask see Superman's new look, alt the presses, because over in Justice League Secrets and Origines, the second story, slots in between these pages and shows us the rest of the team responding to and learning about Superman's new look and powers. Look forward to that review. But for the time being, we jump back into Justice League 5. And now the team, they are readying for the tryouts. We have a bunch of heroes arrive at their headquarters to audition for the team. And we really didn't see that much of this. It is expanded on slightly in an issue of Aspen that I didn't have, but I'll try to get so that we can look at it eventually. The main thing here is a comedy bit with Shit Man. This makes no sense really. This whole scenario with him auditioning for the Justice League or being given the chance to, but it really is just Van Morrison tipping his hat to Gareth Ellis. And the standout from the trials is Tamra Bonvillain, who has pretty much been custom built to seem like the most appealing prospect to add to the team. When the Avengers inducted Wonder Man, that kind of worked because it was the Silver Age and stories were a lot more truncated back then. And at that point, the Avengers were still new, and you could make a case that they were somewhat naive to not think that someone could come along and abuse their trust like that. But by this point, the Justice League have been around the block for ages, and I find the suspension of disbelief too much. I cannot buy that they would induct this woman that none of them know or have even heard of before, and not run any sort of background checks or even like rudimentary tests which would quickly show that she is lying and that she is actually a robot. She is quickly accepted and becomes a very dependable part of the team. One thing is that our two mad scientists are written well. Van Morrison, he writes mad scientists really great. Our other bad guy I alluded to before is... it is called If. It is an artificial electromagnetic storm from the 32nd century programmed to cause destruction across the planet. Sometimes you just summer is a Van Morrison comic, didn't ya? We get little moments showing us the various members of the team doing stuff, so it passes my team book test. And then, just like Wonder Man, the baddie who has infiltrated the superhero team is unable to betray them, and so sacrifices themselves so that the antagonist is defeated. So she dies, and they learn of her robotic nature. There is some nice ideas about discovering a soul alongside all of this. And so the Justice League, they quickly deduce who built her. And we end with another funeral attended by even less people than before. I get the point that Van Morrison is trying to make, but it's just shitty to say that Wonder Woman and the others didn't think it was worth going to her funeral. She does inevitably come back to life, and that is stupid. Classic example of a done-in-one character that didn't need to ever return. The point was made. Move on. I don't know who it is who brings her back to life, so I'll just say it was Martin Quaid. Other than if this isn't the most original of stories, but it is more than acceptable for that. It is a standalone issue, and that is something to be appreciated. Well, it's sort of a standalone issue. I do recommend inserting that scene. It adds a nice bit of extra character stuff with the team. Yeah, quite like this. 7 thumbs up.